All right, you guys, this is a poem I wrote recently. It's called Treason Through the Eyes of a Young Black Man. I actually wrote it after a racist experience that I had at a local convenience store. And it really got me to thinking about the obstacles young black men go through, the ups and downs, whether we succeed or fail, and how some of those little instances of things might affect a young man, who's on his path. Racism being one of the biggest ones, but it's a whole story. This is part one. Please let me know what y'all think. Feel free to comment in the bottom. I want to go home. I want to go home. All I want to do is go home. See, I was born here in America, but it was back in Africa where I was introduced to my throne. Learned to speak with the tone of a king, stand up straight, and most importantly, this is all why everybody that was around was the same tone as me. Now, don't get it twisted, because I am still deemed the king through lineage, but over here in America, young black men have become so far removed from royalty that their scalp itches every single time they try to put a crown on. Even feel like they got a clown on any single one of us that's trying to get ahead of life and tuck away a few ducats. Instead of going to college for 6 years scoring thousands of buckets, people forget about years down the line. Laughing because we spend a lot of time with the same women building relationships instead of calling it quits on every situationship that ends up involving some emotion. How the hell you gonna clown me for loving with the devotion of royalty and trying to cultivate the land I own instead of planting seeds I might not ever even get to sow? You don't even know me. And I never saw kings argue with peasants, so why would I ever think that you could dethrone me? Anyway, back to the matters at hand. Because I can feel the negative expectations society places on me as soon as everything hits the fan. They look at me like I don't even got a plan. I swear to God, the world can't stand the sight of a young black man. And I won't say I never fell victim to temptation in the same way with different women, but I'll be damned if I play deaf, blind, dummy, or victim. My spirit is just heavy because I see a whole bunch of young men around me that look just like me, but it's so goddamn hard to uplift them. So I sit helpless and watch them glorify having multiple baby mothers and cooking coke in their mama kitchens. I spoke to a young man the other day who started thinking about prison when I asked him what his favorite system was. And I was thinking maybe it would have been an Xbox One because he can talk to it and it'll follow his directions. And maybe that'll be the foundation for his inception of a great man's mindset. The world never tells young black men that they can be great. And that's why we wear our headphones so goddamn loud, because maybe if we can drown out the sound of everybody telling us failure is our only option, we might be able to fathom a future where the world actually loves me and my words hold weight and my future doesn't lie behind bars and my peers, we not afraid of stars because we all sleep on clouds. All I look around and see is a whole bunch of young black men that don't know how to love anybody else because they don't know how to love themselves. And a bunch of women complaining because they picked a man who loves gold, mistaking him for a king that loves his position. But that doesn't give you an excuse to judge me, because trust me, as a young black man, I undergo more scrutiny than LeBron James in the playoffs, while in your head you play off words spit by rappers you think are my idols so you can prejudge what I'm going to steal from you. And all I'm trying to do is heal from you and maybe enlighten you on is that I know how to say please. I know how to say you're welcome. Excuse me. Yes, I'm a young black man, but no, I am not a statistic. And no, not all my thoughts are narcissistic. My mother raised me to have some dignity, to have some pride. So stop looking at me like I don't deserve to be alive. I plan on changing this world. Thank you. That was it. Like I said, if you guys have any comments or anything at all, you want to leave feedback, find out where you can hear me and a bunch of other poets reciting a whole bunch of other stuff. Whatever you need, make sure you holler at me right down in the caption box. I'll get right back to you. Let me know. Y'all been good.